Great. Um, so well, as Moiser has already highlighted about the key dimensions about the employability and all those, how TVET has been integrating with employability. So I'm going to like highlight all those things based on some empirical research done by some scholars here and there. Well, I'm very happy to see some familiar faces, MTVET students from Benin and MPhil students from the Gulmi. Wow, it's really interesting. Well, let's before jumping to the key topics, let's think about what is employability. Is that to enter in the job market, or is that something to have the job? Well, so but as highlighted by the Moisra also, and based on some empirical research, employability is not about state of having paid work. It's not only having the employment. It's all about having the quality of being suitable for paid job. So I'm talking about quality of being suitable for paid work. So that's a key essence of employability. Uh, in 2004, York highlighted that. So employability can be defined in different dimensions. So employability is a kind of a set of integrated achievements, which includes skills, and also about the understandings and personal attitudes, all about efficacy, that's enable graduates more likely to gain employment. Not only employment, but to be success in their chosen occupations. That means uh, graduates can use their content knowledge with the good perceptions, good attitudes, and all those things. So that's a working definitions of employability actually. Uh, that's why employability is not just about getting job, because employability all about to enable our graduates to be successful throughout the working life, throughout the working life. Uh, um, that's one thing. So what are the key employment skills that we need then? So Moiser has also highlighted about exactly communication. So, as highlighted by the United Nations, quality of education is only considered as a quality of education having the four major key C's. That means collaborations, critical thinking, communications, and creativity. So communication is one of the crucial skills in the employability one. And also teamwork and problem solving. There is lots of problems here and there. And and one is about initiative and enterprises. This is also one of the crucial skills under the employability, and planning and organizations, because planning and organization is all about the blueprint in order to have the succeed in our proposed work and all those things. And beside that, and self-management, as being a individual person, self-management is also kind of very, very crucial, because managing others needs about managing ourselves. And learning this learning is all about lifelong educations. It also includes like formal, non-formal, and informal. So learning need to be go throughout the life. So that's what's about employability skills. And updating about technologies. Technology is not about the digital technologies that I'm talking about. It's about, so we have to update technology. For example, because of post-COVID, we are not able to be, we have to know, able to meet in the face-to-face world. So because of this updated technology that we do have, we are able to connect in this virtual world, right? So this is how employability skills, this is how like these major um, 8 employability skills is really need in this 21st century. Might be some major key dimensions that we need to add after post COVID, but at this point, these were the main employability skills. Uh, so what is TVET then? So we are saying about technical, TVET, vocational educations, all those things. If we are going to go some historical movements in TVET, it has been also termed as a workforce education, also at the technical vocational education and vocational educations, and might be a different terminology, different part of the world. And actually, the formal the TVET has been named based on the World Congress on TVET, which was held in the Seoul in 1999. So based on that one, there is about development of the UNESCO Univoke in German again. So this is how a movement of TVETs in all around the world. So UNESCO Univoke had defined TVET is not only about education. It's not only about training. It's the integrated form of education and training, which provides a series of skills for employment. Right now, series of employees for employment. That means including those employability skills that we are talking about, those 8 major employability skills. So this is the working definitions about TVET as highlighted by the UNESCO Univoke. In short form, TVET is all about preparations of youth for work. It's all about. So why we need TVET in order to prepare our youth? That's why TVET institutions to have the short-term programs and as well as the long-term programs. Uh, So why we need TVET education then? So TVET education is very crucial in providing the young people with enough equipments in the world of work. For example, content knowledge is not enough in today's job market. Soft skills need to be there, teamworks need to be there, communications need to be there. That's why TVET educations includes those type of employability skills so that here's our graduates can improve their employability throughout their careers and all this life. That's why TVET education is very crucial. So again, UNESCO has highlighted that. So if so, you know, TVET education is also very important in order for economic development and expanding the employment size because employability skills consist of those initiative and enterprises and it's not only job seekers, it's all about job creator also. That's why it's very crucial in about economic development. At this point, what I would like to provide one example is about when I was in abroad. Most of my Japanese colleagues, first uh, before enrolling the university, they first do kind of short-term vocational schools, 18 months vocational schools. Then after they join the university so that, they can earn money for the university degrees also. So those were also cases that I found in my life. So with this, circumstance, so there might be lots of questions in our mind. So TVET is really provides the employment skills then, you know, um, so is that all TVET educations really consist of those 8 major employability skills? Whoever knows. So I like to over here present some, empirical data. So as research done by the Spence and the colleagues in 2007, TVET educations can enhance the personal skills because, TVET education consists of different type of series of internship and also a dual weight and work-based learning, all those things. So because of that one, they are able to enhance their personal skills. Similarly, in 2009, Pakilan and Bakers have highlighted that you know uh, since the TVET graduates, TVET students have to visit different types of industries for their internship and also for some work job training. So they are able to they have the enough competency to integrate their content knowledge in the real job world. So that's why their employability skills can be enhanced during their training, education and training period. And final one, Hanafi in 2014 highlighted that, well, since again, TVET students have to be visit in different forms, internships, all those things. So they do have kind of, they do have the high kind of communication skills, working level of communication skills. And also they do have the competency level about the some flexibility in order to do their one tasks. So this is how, based on the empirical research has highlighted that TVET education consists of those major employability skills that our graduates need to have in their career. So if we're going to see the trends all around the world, so he says, based on the University Worldwide News in 2019, so graduate rates for TVET programs is around 63.4%. However, university graduates is 50%. Now we can say about, so based on this evidence also, Tibet graduates do have the high rate of employability then, comparing with the basic education and general education. I'm not going to advocate about that, but I'm going to highlight about two different, data. Also, World Bank has highlighted that in India, um, in India, employment rate was about 70% for polytechnic graduates, which is quite good. And similar in Latin America, in developing countries of Latin America also, employment rate was 80% for Tibet graduates. So based on these empirical findings, what we can say about, yes, there is a high rate of employment for Tibet graduates because of their employment skills. And you know those employment skills they has been gaining from the different trainings, workplace trainings, which is a crucial part of Tibet education and training. That's why they are getting the employment opportunities. So since we are running out of time, so let's highlight about what's happening in the Nepalese context and Tibet in Nepal. Nepal is not an infant in Tibet. Before the birth of our neighboring countries like Bangladesh, so Nepal has already initiated Tibet before 70 years. And in 1947, Nepal has already integrated different curriculum of agriculture, construction, and many more here and there. And similarly, series of there are lots of initiations has been done, like CTVT was established in 1989, which is the apex body of Tibet, Nepal. And also there are numerous projects, based on ADB, Swiss, and World Bank and JICA. So these were the only few of them. And one more thing is about more than 14 ministries conduct Tibet programs in Nepal. So that means Nepal has been putting lots of efforts in Tibet. So in current world, in current Nepal situations, one thing is about, there is about dual VET apprentice programs over here. So that means, as you see in the animations over here, graduating not only with the content knowledge, it's also with the something expertise in the field of, practical one, like providing practical experience in the world of work, so that after graduating from that program, they are able to use their content knowledge in the real world, because they already know about how to treat with peoples, how to talk with peoples based on their categories and all those things. However, in the general educations, it seems difficult. We might do have the content knowledge, but it's very difficult to you cooperate with this time and all those things. So this is what about the ongoing, one of the positive vibe about dual VET in Nepal. However, this is it's difficult to see over here. Based on the recent data published by the Ministry of Education in 2018, as you see over here, this is a kind of somewhere short-term and somewhere long-term one. Their employment rate was very high. See, beekeeper, 97% were employed. And also over here, electrician, motor trainer, plastering, see, like it's in aggregate, more than 90% were employed because of this, debate. So in Nepalese condition, in situation also, like the rate of employment is very significant for the Tibet graduates, all right? However, there is a problem in Nepal in the Tibet educations. There is high dropout rates, and Tibet education has been considered as an alternative rather than first choice. I think we all experienced that. Like before enrolling in my case also, before enrolling high school, I don't know about Tibet educations because of the lack of awareness, and the existing Tibet school also do have the high dropouts rates because it's not the first choice. So at this point, so before closing, what I would like to highlight is about, so what's future initiations that the Tibet educators, Tibet policymakers, and Tibet academician we can do that is about, we have to put the effort about the Tibet awareness program with some based on need-based analysis and some, established instructional system designing models and all those things. So with this, I would like to conclude. Well, since we know about to have the employment, to have the, like satisfaction level in our employment, employability skills is very crucial. And Tibet education is a kind of such a platform that those skill has been already integrated in with the content knowledge, with the curriculum, and also because of this, all those internship, field visit, dual visit, and all those things. Also, of course, like further research had to be done in order to come with this conclusion point. So at this, so since being offset with the Kathmandu University School of Education, what as also Dean sir has highlighted that as we has been, focusing about how to have how to create a like debate educators, and how to train about debate leaders and debate instructional designers and researchers. This is our concerns. So that's why well, under the supervision of the Master, established about mastering TVET since August 2018. So at this point, summarizing all those scenarios, exactly, employment is not only main thing. Employability skills is the main thing. And if you see about all those empirical data, developing countries all around the world, then Tibet graduates do have the kind of significant level of employment. That's all. Thank you. So with this, I would like to thank you.